What's that? No. No, I don't wear body oil. I just, I sweat sexy. Hello, my name is Deckhart, but my friends call me Deck, and I may cheat in Yahtzee and Clue, but if it's one thing I won't cheat on is you. I dabble a little in poetry as well.
Ladies, my name is DJ Dano, formerly known as Electric Rick back in New York in my new wave days, but now I'm here in St. Louis and I'm ready to mingle.
My name is Brett. I work in waste management and I have a Panther-esque sexual nature, and I've been told that I have squeezable buns. Yeah.
My name is Michelle. Most Americans call me Michael. I am an artist. I paint and do other forms of self-expression. You've probably seen some of my work in your local dentist or therapist or hand doctor or even an elementary school textbook.
Hi, my name is Kenneth, and I do some crafting and some textile work, but I do like to consider myself a stay-at-home son.
Hello, my name is Marvin. I work at a local video store, and some people call me a nerd, others call me a geek, but when you reach level 200 on Pac-Man, I would think the word legend would come to mind. Hey ladies, are you ready for the Monster Truck Jam this Saturday? Kids get in for $5
You're gonna show up for the date, right? How do you feel about mothers coming on multiple dates?
Star Trek or Star Wars?
Does it matter? Have just one question to ask the ladies. Are you ready for this?
Let me see your brush strokes.
Can you put that in the form of a question?
Can I see your brush strokes?
Well, there was this one woman. You could tell she really took care of herself because, man, total knockout. Tumbleweed on top, waterfall curls just cascading down her shoulder.
So I picked this lady up, right? And I told her to put on her members only jacket because it's a cold one. Anyways, I got her name wrong, and so I started calling her Grumpy Greta the whole night she got my
Recent date? I can tell you what we would do if you picked me for a date. Picture us on a beach, listening to Peter Cetera and drinking Bartles and James.
I was taking this lady out for a few drinks. She's throwing back margaritas, and she's looking at me, and she's all like, "Ew, don't judge me." And I'm like, "Listen, lady, I'm not judging you, okay? You're judging yourself and projecting it onto me, all right? I know you got your own self-hatred, but I got my own to deal with, okay, lady?"
Do mothers count?
Do moms count?
So my mother cleaned off my face by taking her thumb and wetting it with her saliva and wiping the smudge off the side of my face. And by the time I was a good clean boy, my date wasn't there anymore. So she must have left the stove on or something. Mother and I just finished the date ourselves with some baklava. It was a good day.
I would say 1 part Wonder Woman, 1 part Kelly LeBrock, and 1/2 Carol Brady.
I'm looking for a woman who's kind and caring, doesn't mind cooking my meals, doing my laundry, making sure I'm a good, clean boy, shoulder pads like a linebacker, hair like a lion's mane. That's what I like. Yes, it is odd that my mother has some of those traits now that you mention it. I'm not really picky, but I do really like Olivia Newton-John in Xanadu and Olivia Newton-John in Grease. She's just so darn pretty.
I'm not looking for qualities. I'm looking for quantities. If you know what I mean. Yeah. Listen, ladies, I need someone who is upbeat, enthusiastic, and who is down for a double deal at Shoney's where two people can eat for $9.95. The biggest turnoff that I have is that some people think that finger painting is an actual art. Do you see these? These are fingers. They're not paintbrushes. Listen, ladies, I don't need no dead air. Diana! No! Diana! You know, remember that Michael Jackson song? Classic. Women that dress like Princess Leia. A person who prefers a Commodore 64 over a TRS-80.
Dignity, self-respect, intelligence, standards. I don't really have a lot of turnoffs when it comes to the lady folks, but have you seen the movie The Heathers? Oh, I definitely can't stand those trashy girls. I mean, did you see what Madonna did to that wedding dress? I know all of the words to We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel and R.E.M's It's the End of the World as We Know It. And I only mess up maybe once. What is my go-to icebreaker? Oh, I'll tell you that. Are you ready for this? Oh, I already said that. Are you ready for this again? Does that work? Hey, my mother made this sweater for me. She made it with some old rugs, a curtain, some of my baby hair. What do you think of it?
Are you Michael Jackson? Because you're in my top 40 list. I am a high-level mage with a penchant for divination spells. But if you get with me, I may try something else. Enchantment. Hey, let's Van Gogh back to my place.
Excusing herself to go to the bathroom and then never coming back. Sending in her best friend to see what I look like before she even comes in. Ordering extra food and then taking it back to her male roommate. She said he's just a friend.
The tackiest thing a woman can do is to get off subject. Always. Always stay on topic.
Tacky thing a woman can do on a date is to not pay. I mean, I'm all for equal rights, believe me. Consider me a male feminist, ladies, but if you can't pay for the date and hold the door open for me, I mean, what's the point?
Bring up my eating habits. Me, being of a high intellect, I try and multitask in all things, including eating and breathing at the same time.
Not censoring herself for mother's gentle ears, drinking the devil's apple juice, girls with daddy issues. You know what I mean.
The tackiest thing a woman can do is order wine coolers. Wine coolers isn't an actual alcoholic beverage, okay? If you can't handle the hard liquor and the self-hatred that comes with it, you shouldn't be hanging around me. hobbies? I collect moon pies, penny whistles, and I like to go to the disco. Hey. Hey. Ow, ow.
I've been told by one special lady that I have a voice of an angel. Why do birds suddenly appear every time you are near? Just like me, they long to be close to their mother. I know a lot of movie trivia, which I'm really good for trivia nights when I get invited to them. What do I bring to the table other than the total package? See this Rubik's Cube? I've completed 90% of it. Yeah, I'm that good.
And I learned how to take waste, including human waste, and turn it into various forms of art and pottery. I have an extensive knowledge of video, computer, text, and board games, but in my circle, I'm known for my very convincing impressions, like "Get through the chopper!"
Do you have any other ones?
Captain's log. Spock.
Do I believe in love at first sight? Come on. Does Wesley get Buttercup in the end?
Have you seen the Atari 2600? I mean, the wood finish, those plastic lines, game insert.
Yes, if I'm allowed to. I guess it depends on if you're somewhere between an 8 and a 10.
Love at first sight? I'm a DJ. I'm love at first listen. You know what I mean? Because I listen. I do. Well, I did. I met this girl back in Paris to most of you, and her name was Audrey Hartburn. Man, Audrey. We fed each other various cheeses, exotic meats, and snails.
You mean escargot?
No. So that night, we shaved off all of our eyebrows, and we broke into the local zoo, and we did emotionless performance art for the orangutans. That was a good night. So I woke up the next morning in the hotel, and on my nightstand, all I saw was eyebrow hairs and leftover escargot.
Perfect. Well, guess it depends on what's in the glass and who's holding the glass. I guess you could say I'm a glass half empty sort of guy. But my mother's love, she fills it, the rest right up to the tippy top.
As long as my glass is half filled with Folgers, the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. On sale at Venture for only $2.95.
Well, I consider myself the type that if you put it all in a smaller glass, it would be completely full.
I would have to do an extensive amount of work on whether the size of the receptacle or whether the liquid is a few milliliters above or below the halfway point. But if you're talking philosophically, I'd say I'm an optimist.
I'd probably open up a motel in Fairvale, California with my mother.
I would make Bob Ross my personal ghost painter, and I would take all the credit.
Have you seen Graceland Mansion? I mean, that's what I'd do. I mean, shag carpeting on the walls and everything. Probably a couple of statues of myself doing this.
As long as the Missouri lottery, not Shirley Jackson's lottery. That's not the kind of stoned I want to be. If I won the lottery, here's what I would do. I would buy Doc Brown's DeLorean time machine from Back to the Future. Remember that? And then I would go back to the very first episode of Doctor Who, William Hartnell, 1963, and I would take his DeLorean. And then what I would do is I would go into another dimension to H.G. Wells's time machine, and then from there what I would do is I would then go forward in time to...
I would get my mom an exact replica of the house from Golden Girls because she's a really big fan of the show. She always calls herself a Blanche. I have no idea what that means, but she seems to know. I would just get myself an arcade room, and I would get all my favorite games like Joust, Black Dragon, Pac-Man, Tempest, all those really cool games, and I would have them all set to free play. Yeah. All I'm gonna say is I may not have a lot of hair up here, but if you let me take off my shirt, you'd be in for a surprise. I think just all over. Just Sasquatch. I mean, it's a regular thicket.
I've been told I'm a lot like a fungus. I'm fuzzy, I smell a bit musty, but I will grow on you. Ladies, if you want a man who has the perfect face for radio, then I'm that man. I'm DJ Dano, the man with the plano.
I may not seem like much to some, but I only want to be much to one. Is that poetry again?
Anytime you see my art in hotels or therapists or the hand doctor or even on the elementary school textbook, remember, I'm always there with you.
Is there anything else I need to add? No? Oh, okay. No, thank you. I should be fine. And cut. Okay, we get it. The 80s were a bit bogus.
But do you know what's worse? Prostate cancer, testicular cancer, mental illness, and even suicide.
Depression, all
Depression,
that.
oh yeah.
Well, we slip into something a little bit more comfortable. Okay, so, let me put it to you this way. 1 in 39 men will die of prostate cancer, as well as just this year alone in 2016, there's going to be 181,000 new cases, give or take a few, and about 26,000 deaths due to it. And when it comes to testicular cancer, 1 in 20 men will die from it, who get diagnosed with it. And it's not old guys, it's men between the ages of 19 and 33 mostly.
Usually 1 in 4 men will have a mental health problem at some point in their life. More than 5 million men will experience depression this year alone. And 510,000 men will die from suicide this year.
So let's try it this way. Whenever you can't figure out who did the Hail Mary pass in the Vikings and Cowboys games, and if it was between 1975 or was it 1976, or does the Beatles sound better on mono or stereo?
Usually consult Google, but mono, definitely mono.
And whenever you're trying to beef up your grilling game, I mean, you always consult that one guy you know who watches all the cooking shows.
Either it's rub or marinade.
Exactly. And so, what we're saying is, when you don't have the answers for something, you tend to ask a professional or somebody who would know a little bit more. All you have to do is talk about it. We're not saying you're giving up your man card or you're being less manly. Basically, what you're doing is you're trying to find the best tools and the best methods for taking care of yourself. And you never know. I don't know your situation, but maybe there's somebody who wants to keep you around.
Yep. Always consult your doctor. Talk to somebody about it.
Talk.
Always talk. Open your mouth.
Sometimes all you have to do is just talk.
Yep. All right.
I think that's good.
That was good.